It's now only 8 days until FSU football fans start flooding Doak Campbell Stadium for the season opener. And for Nole fans, it's probably going to feel like the longest 8 days of the entire year. The Noles were back on the practice fields yesterday for another scrimmage. It was a no-contact practice just to try and help avoid any kind of injury, and there were a couple of Noles that were held out due to some nagging issues. But overall, head coach Jimbo Fisher seemed pleased with the amount of work the team was able to get in. Valdosta State head coach David Dean announced yesterday that his team's scrimmage scheduled for tonight has now been moved to 7 o'clock. The scrimmage was moved by Dean to avoid parking problems at the athletic field house due to the annual Meet the Blazers for soccer and volleyball, which is also scheduled to begin at 6. Tonight's scrimmage is the second and the final one of the preseason for Valdosta State as it ends VSU's preseason camp. Last season, the stars aligned and the Wakulla War Eagles rode a wave of momentum all the way to Orlando in the state championship game. The War Eagles have had their share of distractions this summer as they try and get back there. Workouts had to be stopped when Tropical Storm Debbie came through the area, but the players didn't take those days off. Instead, they went out and helped out a community that has supported them throughout the years.
You know, there's some elderly people on the Sock Choppy River that their houses were completely flooded. Some houses you couldn't even see where we went. But we took our football team down there and we helped these elderly people who couldn't move out of their house. We moved washers, dryers, tore carpet out, you name it.
Over at Taylor County, a Perry native is coming back home to lead the Bulldogs. Ryan Smith took over the head coaching job back in April. Coach Smith able to quickly develop a strong relationship with the team because years ago he wore that same Bulldog uniform and he walked those same Taylor County high hallways as his players do now. And he has just a few simple rules for all of them to follow.
I don't have a whole lot of rules because the more rules I have, the more I have to enforce. But the rules I have are, be on time, be tough and protect your teammates and be respectful. If we do those 4 things, and to me, that's what character is. If you can do those 4 things, you'll be okay.
And that's going to do it for your Sunrise Sports this morning. Let's head back over to the news desk.